Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Very quick video, but very important video. Because 23rd November to 5th December is not a normal period for any of us. Because Rahu Maharaj will become the super strong planet. He can do anything. The only one planet controlling is Mars. But how in your chart Rahu is going to give result? Let's welcome Akash ji from Calgary, Canada. Namaskar, Ram Ram.
Namaskar, Rohit ji. Ram Ram. From 23rd till 5th, we have to be a little bit of extra careful. That's why we are making this video, because generally these kind of combinations no one talks about. But let's go into detail to understand how things are going to be and what you need to be extreme careful about and in which area of life for all the 12 ascendants. Now, see, the most important Rahu starts with Rahu in own sign. It is in Aquarius right now, so that is the first power that Rahu has. Rahu enters into own nakshatra, that is Satabhisha, on 23rd, so that is second area where Rahu is very powerful. Because Jupiter has gone to sign of Cancer, so it has no aspect on Rahu at the moment, so that is a very big area of concern. Also, because it is receiving an aspect of Mars directly. So Mars is an aggressive planet, malefic aspecting a malefic. Saturn retrograde, Mercury retrograde, Jupiter exalted but retrograde. And on top of that, Rahu and Ketu, the kings of retrograde. So Rahu and Ketu are always retrograde. So there are so many retrograde planets here in this period that we have to be extra careful. Now see, out of 12 houses, 7 are, out of 12 lords, 7 are retrograde. I will tell you. See, Lord of second house and Lord of sixth house, Mercury is in retrograde motion. Lord of eighth house, that is Ketu, Scorpio, it rules by Ketu. Again, that is retrograde. Jupiter, 9th house and 12th house, retrograde. Saturn, 10th house and 11th house, retrograde. So see, almost so many people are retrograde, so many planets are retrograde, except Mars, Sun, Moon, Venus. Everyone else is retrograde. Sun and Moon can never get retrograde. Venus and Mars, by God's grace, are not retrograde. So it is a very important time to understand that retrograde always means inward energy. Somehow at this moment, we have to be controlling a lot in lot area of life. So we will discuss about that. Start with Aries. So what happens is that 23rd of November, when Rahu enters into Satabhisha Nakshatra, it takes absolute power. With all the other planets retrograde at the moment, only Mars has the fourth aspect on Rahu, which means that here the major area where Rahu is super powerful is your social circle. So we can say that 11th house is of wishes, hopes, gains. So in this period, if you are in any public appearance, if you are in any kind of area where you are meeting a lot of people, or you are in a crowd or gathering, or in an office in a big presentation, you have to be extremely careful during this time. Also, because this house is of elder siblings, so if you have elder siblings, you need to inform that this is a time that you have to be a little bit of extra cautious. Now what happens, 11th house is also house of gains, and look at Ketu is sitting in the 5th house, the sign of Leo. Now, in such situations, what happened is Rahu in the 11th house can also give us some greed related to some money. Maybe, earning something unethically or trying to get into impulsive decisions in stock and share market. For every such scenario, we want to be extremely careful and take very necessary steps. As soon as 28th of November comes, we will have little bit of relief as Saturn will turn direct into the sign of Pisces. So yeah, Saturn turns direct. It is also co-ruler of Aquarius. So here Saturn also becomes a little bit nice to you. So things will be controlled. And on top of that, 29 Mercury will become direct until 5th of December. See, Jupiter will enter into the sign of Gemini. Again, put the aspect back on Rahu. That is where Rahu will come into absolute control. So the area majorly that you need to focus, where you are very careful, is your 11th house. I suggest that please do the mantra Om Dam Durgai Namaha during this time so that Rahu is in control. Also, remember Mangal. Hanuman Chalisa is very important because Rahu is being controlled by Mars. So Mars has control, but understand the fourth aspect of Mars is called the debilitated aspect. So Mars is also not that powerful. It is controlling, but still not powerful. So that's why we made this short video to make you understand that, okay, this is a scenario. And if you're doing any big decisions between 23rd to 5th of December, then we need to be taking at least maybe talking to a mentor, teacher, guru, etc., to understand that if that is right or not. Because see, Rahu is a malefic planet. As soon as a guru comes to your life, automatically there is no one malefic. Guru Guru's vachan, that Guru's answer or Guru's guidance is the final guidance. So all the very best. Take care and see you with another transit video. For Taurus, we will see that Rahu is in the 10th house of your career. So here Rahu is extremely powerful. In the beginning of the video, we have discussed about how Rahu is placed, why it is so powerful. So I will not repeat here. So you can go there and watch. In this scenario, Rohiji, when we look at the placement of Rahu, Rahu has extreme power over the career, over your occupation, over your karma. So this is the time that we need to be absolutely very careful. See, Rahu in this 10th house is Raja Yoga Karaka. Also, it is sitting in its own sign, so it is very powerful. But once Rahu gets completely out of control, almost all the planets are retrograde. Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Ketu is always retrograde. So in this scenario, Rahu is extremely powerful. Mars is controlling Rahu, but here Mars is a Maraka. So Mars does not have so much control in this. In this chart, Rahu is the king, by the way, because Rahu gets exalted in Taurus. So 10th house, don't misuse your power during this time. It may come to you in a very different manner as soon as Jupiter enters into Gemini. Don't use any kind of unethical measures in your workplace. In fact, if you're going for an interview, if you're going for anything, be very secretive. Don't tell about it to anyone, because at this moment, if you tell, maybe in your current job, there can be some kind of a challenge. If you are in any kind of work that is more related to extrovert behavior, like, you are a public personality, you are someone who's doing work on a very large scale, on a very large placement, here you need to be also careful, because in this scenario sometimes public image can get tarnished because of Rahu's extrovert and sometimes very aggressive, cruel behavior as well. So, but very good also when it comes to standing out, when it comes for name and fame. This is a very good time, but please use ethical measures only. After 20th of November, Saturn will start turning direct into Pisces. You will have little bit of, you know, power there because the Lord of the 10th house is now direct. So Rahu has to take all permission from Saturn. And then Mercury also turns direct. So your mind, your monetary decisions, your speculative gain also start becoming very calm down. And then finally, Jupiter's enter into the sign of Gemini. Here we have power because Jupiter is now seventh aspect on Rahu. So it is going to make that relationship with Rahu where Rahu cannot, bypass Jupiter's energy. So very careful. Opportunities are there, but in an ethical manner. Okay, all the very best. Gemini, we will see that between 23rd of November and 5th of December, Rahu is in the 9th house of your higher education, 9th house of your gurus, teachers, mentors. This period is a very specific period, especially if you are taking any kind of decisions related to your children's higher education, related to your higher education, related to some travel. Because between this period, 23rd and 5th of December, Rahu is super powerful because I will not repeat again because in the beginning of the video, you can see why it is powerful, what is the scenario, what is the circumstances under which Rahu is super powerful. Now, what happens in such case is that sometimes our philosophical thoughts are not right, or sometimes we hear from someone who may try to misguide us. There is also possibility that in this situation, some scam, fraud related to your education, you have put some money somewhere, someone runs away with that money, is highly likely and possible. Ninth house is the house of guru, house of your teachers. This is the time that you take some spiritual guidance, take some guidance from your teachers, from your gurus, because that may be more benefit during this time. If you are taking any big decisions, many people, for example, what if 25th of November, you and your, maybe your parents are meeting the girl, the boy, this, that, whatnot. So Rahu is extremely extrovert here. It can do multiple things and we don't know how and what. That is the nature of Rahu. In this situation, father is also under scanner because ninth house is the father, the blessings of the father himself. So we need to be again careful about father's health, every area of it. And whenever you're traveling, I would say Durga Kavach or doing anything to do with Hanuman Chalisa is a very important thing because see, Mars is aspecting Rahu. There is control, but Mars fourth aspect, which is not that powerful. So here we have to be extremely careful. Philosophically, don't get into any kind of fight on religion because it may create a very big problem for you. Okay, all the very best and take care. And this is a short video just to make you understand that there is a little bit of difficulty between 23rd and 5th. If you can avoid things, please avoid and move it to the next sector. All the best. Take care. Do subscribe. Thank you. Cancer. Kark Lagna, Cancer. Here, Rahu is in the 8th house, a very important placement. Now, this 8th house is the house of sudden ups and downs, and especially related to accidents, sudden events, any kind of sudden events, daydreaming, sudden events. We can talk about sudden inheritance, sudden insurance money, or suddenly you are liable to tax, liable to any kind of stuff. So, Rahu here in very powerful position. And why? In the beginning of the video, I've explained. So, please go and look there because that will give you clear idea. But here, Rahu at this moment is not receiving any benefic aspect. It is only receiving an aspect of Mars, which is already, the fourth aspect. So not that great aspect. Now, when it comes to driving, extremely careful. When it comes to health, do not ignore small symptoms because this may be, Rahu trying to extrovertly help you. As Rahu is the co-ruler of this house and it is a planet that gives you longevity also. So there is a possibility that Rahu is trying to give you longevity, signals that, somewhere there is some problem. Please look at it right now. It can be related to stomach, lower abdomen. It can be related to back, sciatica, Muladhara chakra near whole back area, front area, in the genitals area also. So if there is any problem, please go and look at it. When we come here with Rahu in such placement also, those who are fighting for inheritance, those who are doing any kind of property transactions, property dealing, family with in-laws and XYZ, anything related to 8th house, occult sciences, any kind of remedy also, if you are doing any kind of tantra, any kind of sadhana also, if you're doing, you need to be extra careful because Rahu here can make you a little bit of overwhelmed. Now here, Rahu enters into Satabisha on 23rd. Very good. Healing begins. Very nice. But Rahu is very powerful. Now, healing has to begin. But sometimes, 8th house is also the house of fear. So sometimes, suddenly we get some fear kind of situation in this period. So we want to be careful. After 28th, Saturn will turn direct into Pisces, which is very good news. Saturn is going to be kind to you, and Saturn is also the co-ruler of the 8th house. So in the 9th house, your luck, etc., is going to take care of you. Your guru, your God is also giving you, a lot of confidence during this time. And then Mercury also turns direct. That means your Lord of your 12th house, Lord of your 3rd house, also communication, foreign travel, etc., will be in order. And then finally, when 5th of December, Jupiter will enter into the sign of Gemini, Rahu will start receiving the 7th aspect of Jupiter, which will be absolutely removing this problem. But between 23rd and 5th of December, we want to be extreme careful of any sudden events. Try to be more cautious. Do the Durga Kavach and do Hanuman Chalisa during this time. If you are doing any important work, or I would just suggest morning get up, do Hanuman Chalisa, say Hanumanji, protect me from any kind of difficult energy. Automatically Hanumanji is active for you and you will not get any problem. Okay. All the very best. Short video just to give you an example that or idea that how Rahu is acting here. Moving on to Leo. Now, when we talk about Leo here, Rahu enters into Satabisha into the 7th house. Now, this is partnership. It can be either business partnership, either love life, either wife, either husband, any spousal relationship, any relationship other than you is the 7th house. Here, we may expect that Rahu is so powerful. And why powerful? In the beginning of the video, I have given a clear idea about it. So please look there. You will get a 100% idea about it. Now, in this situation, when Rahu is in this position, it is the period when you have to be over careful related to any contracts that you're signing. If you're taking any loan, any debts on the name of your spouse, or any partner is telling that we need to take some debt, loan, this, that, sign this, whatnot. Very careful because this can be a period where Rahu can put you into illusion. Also, because 7th house is a house of your intimacy, sexual life, and whatnot. Try to be as celibate as you can between 23rd of November till 5th of December. Those who are into extramarital affairs, etc., their what you say, love life, etc., may be exposed or maybe it will come out. So that is good for you guys. Very good. When it comes to 7th house, it's also the house that is related to any court cases, any victory in court cases. If there is any date, etc., Rahu here in this scenario is very good because Rahu can overcome every enemy in this world. So that is very good. But now, one more thing which is important and we cannot forget that Rahu in the 7th house can also create a little bit of isolation or some fight with spouse. Sometimes very, very dirty fight or dirty things with spouse because Rahu is super powerful. It has no control. No one is able to control Rahu. Mars has the 4th aspect. When Mars 4th aspect is a weaker aspect. So that's why, Mars cannot control Rahu in this situation. It needs at least a support of any other planet, but no other planet is aspecting Rahu. So 28th of November, when Saturn becomes direct, which is making a Viprit Rajyog, there may be some solve your problems will solve during this period. Secondly, when we talk about Mercury, it gets direct on 29th of November. Here also we will feel little bit of good news. And then when 5th of December, Jupiter will enter into the sign of Gemini. The seventh aspect, sorry, the ninth aspect will come on Rahu. And this is where Rahu will give Shanti, that okay, now finally there's a relaxation, because ninth aspect of Jupiter is your blessing. So Rahu cannot do anything. One thing, only remember, do Durga Kavach, do any kind of, Hanuman Chalisa is very important. Durga Kavach is very important during if there is any big deal. And remember very carefully, health of the spouse has to be taken into utmost consideration, utmost care. If you are making very big decisions and it can wait till 5th of December, please go after 5th of December for that decision, not immediately. Okay? All the very best. Have a very great transit and safe transit, and see you next week. Virgo. When we talk about Virgo, Rahu is in the sixth house. Sixth house is daily work, health, routine, and especially workplace. Now, here, Rahu has the ability to overcome every enemy. But here, Rahu can also make you very ferocious, very unethical, and very, very unkind as well. When Rahu is so powerful, and why Rahu is so powerful, you have to go into the beginning of the video to understand why. Because if I repeat every time, then the video is going to be 2 hours long. So now here, Rahu in this scenario, in this house, it's very good for healing. Those who are going to health problems and all, very nice. But when it comes to office, when it comes to politics, you can also become a problem for some other person. Your Rahu in the sixth house can get you along with some kind of people who are not ethically correct, and they may try to get you into their loop and try to work around you. So that is where we should be avoiding. If you're doing any kind of service, any kind of government service we are using, or any kind of government related stuff we are doing, or we are into that scenario right now, we want to be extra careful. Otherwise, this is a problem. And I have seen, I have a chart very recently, 4 days ago, a guy went to prison because of Rahu in the sixth house. So here, exactly Aquarius, Virgo, that's why I'm saying, went to prison 5 days. When was Thursday? Today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days, 4 days ago he went into prison. I told him also that time that he will not win the case. So automatically happened. So unfortunately, when Rahu is in this house, it can take panga or challenges with the government. So we don't want to take any problem. Everywhere we have to keep our head down, do Durga Kavach, do maximum Hanuman Chalisa during this period. And if any big thing like changing a job, quitting a job, joining new job, anything to do with doing some service, or maybe some friends get, even for one more reason, very important thing which you cannot ignore. If someone calls you that I am going to jail, give me my bail, I am taking a loan, sign a document for me that you are going to be guarantor, etc., in this period it should be 110% avoided. Otherwise you will do it now, but the problems will come later in your life. So a small idea that after Saturn turns direct into Pisces on 20th of November, things will start becoming much better, because fifth house lord is direct, so that means your blessings are good. Then Mercury turns direct into Libra on 29th of November. Again, things are going to be then more positive, related to your ascendant and the 10th house lord showing extreme power. And then Jupiter finally enters into the sign of Gemini and puts the ninth aspect on Rahu. Then there is no problem. Then enjoy after 5th of December. But then 23rd to 5th of December, it's a very, very careful and very important time. Okay. All the very best. Do Durga Kavach, do Hanuman Chalisa, and God bless everyone. Libra. For Libra, Rahu is in the fifth house. Fifth house is very important house, related to your children, related to speculative gains, related to share market, stock market, love life, romance. Everything is seen from the fifth house, and there are so many layers. Now here, if there are big decisions that can be avoided between 23rd of November till 5th of December, then it is a very important video for you. At this time, you should avoid very, very big and crazy decisions. Secondly, you should also think about and consider about not investing too big money in a stock or a share market, because see, Rahu can give you speculative gain also. But this time, Rahu is in no control. There is no control on Rahu. Now, what does no control mean? In the beginning of the video, I have discussed about why Rahu is super powerful. Every other planet in this chart is of no use at the moment. How much Rahu is powerful. The most powerful planet in your chart from 23rd till 5th of December. So please See that and then come again and then again see this, that Rahu in the fifth house can cause a little bit of problems to your children if you are taking very big decisions on behalf of your children. Education, we can talk about childbirth also, that okay, someone is getting childbirth, pregnancy, or getting this is a delivery date and whatnot. So many things can happen in life. We can see that if Rahu is very powerful, we need to see the birth chart and understand that where and how your decision will act and what are the precautions to be taken. So this is one thing. If you're thinking in anything that has to do with, we can say some sadhana, some surgery of the stomach, maybe, just as simple as, what you call nowadays they put some balloon or I don't know what for weight loss they do. Anything has to be taken into utmost consideration. You cannot go for surgeries during this period between 23rd of November till 5th of December. On the other hand, you should also be careful about your love life, romance. Here, lot of direction, or you become very extrovert, and sometimes what is that called? How was Shah Rukh Khan in Dar? What is that called? Obsessive. You will become very, very obsessive during this period. So that's why you need to take utmost care. Overall, Saturn will turn direct into Pisces, so some relief, and then Mercury turns direct into Libra, again some relief. But as soon as Jupiter turns into Gemini and in retrograde motion enters into the 11th house for you. Sorry, where is it? Ninth house for you. Automatically, your power will start happening, and Rahu will start receiving the ninth aspect of Jupiter. Then Rahu cannot do anything. So just a little bit of careful during this period. All the best. Take care. See you next week. Scorpio. For Scorpio, Rahu is in the fourth house. Anything to do with your home, anything to do with your, we can say chest, breast, health, heart, lungs. If you're doing any planned surgery, that okay, you know what, if you can delay it is between 23rd of November till 5th of December. If you can delay something, then very good. If you not, then the God is very kind. Let's do Durga Kavach, let's do Hanuman Chalisa, and then move forward. If you're doing any kind of property dealing, any kind of thing that has to do with, your mother surgery, mother's travel, everything needs to be watched very closely, because Rahu in this scenario, in this fourth house, can create a little bit of extrovert environment because it is so powerful right now. No one has control over Rahu. Mars has an aspect, fourth aspect. Mars fourth aspect is debilitated aspect. So Mars does not also have control over Rahu at the moment. So here we want to be careful. See, mostly all the people are retrograde. And why Rahu is powerful? If you have this question in your mind, if you come from a direct timestamp, please go in the beginning of the video. You will understand why Rahu is powerful. Now, as per Rahu in the fourth house, if you're doing property dealing, signatures between 23rd and 5th of December is not that great. If you're doing any vehicle purchase or vehicle delivery that you're taking between this period, then that is also not great. If there is something that has to do with some repair in the house, very urgent, then don't think about all this. But if something can wait, if there is some renovation that can wait, you should wait. Otherwise, one thing you will go to do, Rahu will give you 3, 4, 5, 6 problems, and extra expenses can happen. One good thing for those people who have Rahu in the fourth house, those who are really, really very sad, very introvert, very, we can say, isolated, may feel very happy because Rahu extrovert energy. Rahu is now full energy. Rahu says, I am powerful, I will do everything I can. So here, Rahu in that way will give you feelings wise, it will make you very happy as well at the moment. But as soon as Saturn turns direct into Pisces, 20th of November, here is where Rahu becomes more calmer. Then 29th of November, when Mercury enters Libra, Rahu becomes more calmer because Mercury then starts taking control over the 11th house, over the 8th house. So ups and downs, etc. does not happen. And then finally, when Jupiter enters into Gemini, December 5, is where you can take any action that you want, anything that you want to do. Good. It is all good for you then, no problem at all. But these days, 23rd of November till 5th of December, big decisions should be taken only under supervision of a guru, of a teacher, of a mentor. Because what happens here is that Rahu cannot ever cross a guru, cross a spiritual leader, cross a spiritual teacher, cross a what is a mentor. So that is what exactly the power to defeats Rahu's illusion. Why does Guru come to our life? Maya nikalne ke liye, to remove illusion from our life. That's exactly why we need to talk to a guru, a teacher, before making any big decisions. If there is no control over it, then how can we help it, right? That's how. Sagittarius. Now, when we talk about Sagittarius here, we will see that Rahu is in the third house. Now, third house is the battlefield, by the way, very powerful. And third house is the house of courage. In this scenario, when Rahu has no control, and why Rahu has no control? I cannot repeat. That's why I told everyone in the beginning of the video that why Rahu has too much control over your whole life right now, from 23rd of March till 5th of December. Battleground, courage, and Rahu has so much courage that it does not even care. It goes and swallows the king. That's how courageous Rahu is. And in this scenario, what happens? Rahu in this powerful state can create, sometimes urges to do something very, very unconventional, urges to just let everything out. You can become extremely ferocious. Sometimes it is very good for people who have been suffering for war, molested, suffering, getting mental torture by many people. They will completely burst out. Very good for them. But there also we need to have a thin window, because what if the other person is in that situation where they hurt you, where they so very careful about how you want to use your what you say courage at the moment. Rahu in the third house can also suddenly cause some conflicts between cousins. By the way, Rahu is the ruler of cousins, so cousin brothers and sisters is where it can suddenly put with some rift. If you're in going to a competition, if you're going where somewhere your courage is seen, if you're a sportsman, then this is the best period of your life. But this third house is also the house of your communication and any kind of contracts that we sign. So third house is written communication as well. So whenever you are doing, I would suggest, but between 23rd and 5th of December, big written documents, big written communication should not be done. If there is any something that is required, very, very importantly, you cannot pass this, or you cannot let this time go. Something very important signature has to be done. Then use your ninth house. Ninth house means your guru, your teacher, your spiritual leader, anything to do with your, someone who's a mentor or a teacher who can guide you in the right way. That kind of person will be able to help you in this situation. If between 23rd and 5th you have to make a decision, then this is the only way. When we talk about Rahu here, in other way also, third house is also the house that is related to your friendships. So in friends also, there can be some kind of extrovert behavior, sometimes extreme cynical together or extreme spiritual together. There are two S to choose. You have to choose cynical or spiritual. So that's you will get opportunities accordingly. Saturn will turn direct into Pisces on 20th of November. A little bit of relief comes because finally the Lord of the third house is also direct. And then Mercury turns direct into Libra on 29th. Great relief because Mercury is the Kendra Lord and especially the Lord of your career and your relationships. And then Jupiter enters into Gemini on 5th of December. As soon as Jupiter enters, it will put the ninth aspect on Rahu, and then you take whatever decisions you want. So, no problem at all. Okay. All the best. See you next video. Capricorn, Rohitji, your sign also. In this, Rahu is in the second house. Second house is the house of your family. Second house is house of wealth. Second house is your investment. Second house is your bank balance. Now, here, very careful about any kind of SMS, etc., coming to your phone. That okay, you know what? Click this link. You have won $10,000 and whatnot. Suddenly, there can be problems. Suddenly, there can be challenges related to you losing something, someone creating fake account on your name, and someone trying to take money from con other people. So keep such things in your mind that okay, these are the things that can happen when Rahu is so powerful. Now, why Rahu is powerful, if that is your question and you have come to this video, please go in the beginning of the video. You will understand why it is powerful, because I cannot repeat every time, right? So here, Rahu in your second house is also the speech. So whatever you're speaking at this moment, Rahu is speaking. So try to be as as quiet as possible during this time. If your anger is also coming, don't let it come to your mouth. Here also, when I was getting very angry, Rohitji, what I did, I said, Hanumanji, sit here on my neck, on my throat. As soon as anger comes here, I'm supposed to say something bad. Please, do something like maybe hurt my throat. Like just as a subconscious mind, I told Hanumanji, be here. I cannot say wrong things. So, that's how, manifest something. Try to have some method to control your speech during this period. Rahu, wherever it sits, it puts a grahan. Grahan means that it puts an eclipse in that house. Now, here, second house is the house of your eyes also. Sometimes you may feel sudden blackout, health related problems, because second house is always a Maraka house. So, your health related problems can also come. When it comes to any investment during this period, if someone says, okay, you know what, come, let's put some money here, you send this money here. No, say no. I don't have money at all. Like just that kind of stuff. If any call, any message, any email comes with some kind of lottery, do not respond to it. It is not a great time for you guys. Second house is also family. Now, in this scenario, sometimes there is possibility that there may be conflicts in family. Rahu tries to play with you. Rahu tries to play with your words. So you may be sarcastically trying to, target someone, and that may come back on you. So try to be as careful as you can. Do in this time, your mouth should be only saying Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar Jai Kapi Sati Hulok Ujagar or Hanuman Chalisa, and you have to say Durga Kavach or just small mantra Om Dam Durgai Namaha. This is what you should be saying so that Rahu cannot utter anything rubbish out of your subconscious mind. So, all the best. Saturn will turn direct into Pisces. That is good news for your ascendant in a whole because Saturn is going to be very powerful. Then later, Mercury is going to turn direct into Libra. This means that finally, all the Bhagya, the destiny lord is direct. That means Rahu will be more calmer. And then when Jupiter enters into Gemini, it will put the ninth aspect on Rahu, so Rahu cannot do anything. Now, one thing in this period, if you're taking very big decisions related to family life, related to money, related to job, please activate your ninth house. And ninth house means your guru, your father, your teacher, your mentors, your spiritual healer, your spiritual leader, your guide, anyone who's guiding you. Use their energy. Ask them that what should we do? How should we take this decision? Because that is going to make it more. At least when a guru says Rahu cannot do anything. So that's how the power of the guru is. All the very best. See you next week. Aquarius. Now, here, Rahu is extremely powerful in your ascendant. Extremely, extremely, extremely. And why? You go in the beginning of the video, you will see why Rahu is so powerful. Now, here, this is overall every aspect of your life. May it be your health, may it be your wealth, may it be your thinking, may it be your brain, may it be your ideas, may it be your family dependence, maybe you dependent on anyone. Everything is controlled by Rahu at the moment. All other planets are almost retrograde. Mars is putting the fourth aspect on Rahu. Mars is putting fourth aspect, but that aspect is also of not great use here because Mars fourth aspect is kind of considered debilitated only. So this has no power there. Now, at the moment, Rahu can play with your attitude. You can suddenly become an in very introvert person can become a very extrovert person. Good news for people who are suffering from a very long time. Like, you have been bullied, you have been suffering, you have been people are trying to take advantage of you. Now you will burst out because this is a time that Rahu's whole energy. See, Ketu's energy is like a priest, and Rahu's energy is like a politician. Extrovert, screaming, blaming, trying to always say that you are right, I am the great, I have followers, people follow me, people look at me. That is what Rahu is. So here in this situation, your attitude is the one that you need to be absolutely control on. Sometimes because Rahu becomes very extrovert, you may feel that you are doing very good, but people may start feeling or you may start getting defamed. It's still the lok priyata of you. That means the people that love for you goes down when Rahu is so powerful in your ascendant. In this, I'm not saying that do not be ambitious, but ambitious is a very great thing. But here between 23rd of November and 5th of December, Rahu has very scattered, very powerful energy, which means that it can take you to any direction. Don't get into lot of group settings. Don't get into lot of big circles at the moment because fight etc can go up. When you're driving, be control in your anger, in your impulsiveness. All these things needs to be taken care of. Now, with one thing, here for you especially, Durga Kavach is very, very important. Please do Durga Kavach and also do Hanuman Chalisa. Very important. If you're doing any work, very important. But if some decisions related to job, related to vehicles, related to home buying, related to children, any aspect of decision that you want to take, 23rd and 5th of December, if that can be avoided, it is good. If it cannot be avoided, then activate your ninth house. Ninth house is the house of your guru. So try to talk to your guru, your teacher, your mentor before taking some decision which may be life changing. And at this moment, because sometimes even guru saying that okay, don't worry, go, everything will be okay, is also what is heard by God, because guru is guru. Any guru in this world that you believe that is my guru, she is my guru, he is my mentor, he's my teacher, if they even say something like without even putting an 100% emotion to it, no, don't worry, everything will be okay, automatically things will be okay, because that's the power of guru, man. Very powerful. Now, because Saturn is turning direct into the sign of Pisces here on 28th of November, so some relief comes from 28th of November, and then 29th is when Mercury will turn direct into Libra, so some relief comes there also because Rahu is a very good friend of both of them, and both have influence in this chart. So they will also start, doing their activities. Finally, December 5th is when Jupiter will enter into Gemini, and it will come and put the ninth aspect on Rahu again. Then you do whatever you want. Then chill till 11th of March. No, 11th of March, no. Till 2nd of June, you are chilled. Rahu is completely under surveillance of Jupiter. Okay, all the very best. See you next week. See you next video. I thought I'm doing weekly. Pisces, Rohiji. Now, Pisces ascendant, we will see that Rahu is in the 12th house. Now, 12th house is your subconscious mind. It is the house of fears. It is the house of your hidden enemies. It is the house related to your, expenditure. At this moment, Rahu in this extrovert energy can get you big expenditures. Something that can be either for you or your family members. Something that can be either related to, your enemies also. Basically, it is good in this house. This way it is very good because in this Dushtana, Rahu becomes very powerful. And Rahu with double power with in Dushtana plus this, it is a very great opportunity to destroy enemies. That way it is very good. Hidden people will come on surface and you will see, we say in Hindi, we say range haathon pakde gaye, like, caught red-handed. Yeah, that is what it is called. People will be caught red-handed who are trying to, play with you. That's how powerful Rahu is. A lot of healing is coming related to your subconscious mind. Your sleep pattern becomes very good. Your ideas, your mind becomes very nice. But somehow the energy of Rahu isn't very extra. It's a end of the day, it is a malefic planet. We cannot we cannot remove this from our books. Rahu is a malefic planet, so somehow it will be notorious. And this notorious means that it can create some challenges related to some legal trouble, maybe with fight and jail, etc. Court cases, etc. may start. There can be possibility that you sleep or while you are sleeping there can be some kind of small accident at home or etc where you may get extremely fear may come suddenly. That kind of thing can also happen, so be very careful, especially with Rahu in the 12th house in the sign of Aquarius. Your gas knobs of the house, your electricity switches, everything needs to be very very, all the electric items in the house needs to be very safely monitored, because you sometimes you never know, microwave is on or your grill is on and whatnot. So be very careful during this time because subconscious mind is completely occupied by Rahu's extrovert energy. If you're doing any foreign travel, if that can be avoided between 23rd and 5th December, very good. If you're doing very big expenditure related to buying a house, property, vehicle, any big expenditure, more than, so we can say more than $3,000 is big expenses out nowadays, then you should be very considerate about how to do, what to do, what not to do. Rahu is aspected by Mars, but Mars is a malefic. It is the fourth aspect of Mars in the 12th house. It can cause some harm also. So if you're going for any kind of surgery, operation, any kind of blood test, anything, blood test is okay because that is good, that will remove some maleficness of Rahu. But if any surgery, anything you're going suddenly or if it is planned, then between this period 23rd and 5th of December it should be thought about that, are we doing the right thing or no. So overall, Rahu in the 12th house is good placement for enemies, destruction of enemies. But when it comes to our personal life, personal health, personal, what you say, expenditure, and your emotions, even 12th house is also related to, what you call your, we can say not hidden enemies, we can say your hidden behind the scene role of you in other people's life is also 12th house. So in that scenario also we want to be extra careful that what we are doing for other people, how we are putting ourselves in other people's life, what according to my action other people can face problems or happiness. So these are the things that need to be utmostly very importantly looked upon in this time. When Saturn will turn direct into the sign of Pisces, some relief is coming on 28th and 29th. Mercury will turn into Libra, then also relief is coming because Kendra Lord is turning direct. And then finally, Jupiter will enter into the sign of Gemini on 5th of December 2025. This is the time when you can just relax and chill because till 2nd of June, Rahu is completely under the surveillance watch of Jupiter. And when it is under the watch of Jupiter, no one can do anything to anyone. Rahu cannot work. Rahu has to be controlled in front of Jupiter. That's why I tell you that in this scenario, if you want to take any decisions between 23rd and 5th, ask your guru, go to your guru, go to your spiritual guide, go to your teacher, go to your mentor, and ask them before taking any decisions because their word will be word of God during this period. Okay. All the very best. subscribe. Rohit ji, thank you. Let's hope that this Rahu becomes very positive for everyone. What do you think?
Definitely, because we make this video to make you aware. Maybe so many benefits also on the way. It all depend on your personal chart, and sometimes we don't know that. Okay, this is a time period when I can take actions. So this is how the consultations help you to do materialize that period, which can be fruitful for you because Rahu is Rahu.
100%.
So thank you very much, Akashji, for this
Thank you,
timely
Rohit ji.
video where people can act on their charts. And thank you to all the family members. And for consultations, number and mail ID on the screen. We'll meet you in some next video, Akashji. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai
Jai
Hanuman,
Hanuman.
Jai Mata Di, Jai Mahalakshmi.
Om.
Om Namah Shivaya.